with Coach TV. Oh, how do you do this? This is the first time I'm doing a Coach TV or any kind of video blogging, I guess, with my iPhone 4. I guess I should look at that camera spot in order to make the illusion that I'm looking you into your eye. But, or maybe, I don't know. Anyway, screw that. So I was just about to blog something in writing, and I figured let's try this in video. The week before last, that's a Monday now, it was like Thursday through Thursday, I was alone at home with my kids, meaning that my wife had taken off to Italy for a yoga retreat for a week, and that was awesome. It was good to spend so much time with my kids, and it was good to spend so much time by myself. It was a great opportunity to change some things, some habits, some things, both with the kids and with myself. And one of the things that I did specifically was to take time to be with whatever was going on inside of me. So one morning, for example, I had a terrible morning with the kids, meaning things didn't go the way I wanted them to, and I had planned. Like, normally we'll be out of the door at like 8:30. My kids are like 2, almost 3, and 5, and so they were both in kindergarten. Kindergarten is, or not kindergarten, I guess in U.S., but daycare then, and it's right next to where we live, like 500 meters or something, just walking distance, or they'll bike, or they'll do whatever. And usually we'll leave home at like 8:30, and this day the time was like 10:15 or something before we were out the door, and I was super frustrated, and it, like, everything had gone wrong that morning, and so I ended up feeling really sorry for myself, and that was all. It was like it was filling me up with this. I was filled up with this feeling of feeling sorry for myself. And then normally what I do as I come home is I'll try to whatever shrug it off, like shake it off, and then just like force myself to focus on work, and I gotta get stuff done, and I'm busy, and I'm like alone with the kids and stuff. There's a lot of work to do, and food and shopping and washing clothes, because my son just stopped using a diaper, so he always pees in his pants, and things like that all the time. And so I'd go do that, but instead I insisted on trying something else, which was to just be with that emotion. So I was like, all right, there's complete emotional turmoil inside. There's like all kinds of shit going on, and instead of trying to ignore it, suppress it, and just move on with my life and work, I'm gonna try and do the opposite and move towards it and open up towards that feeling and really just experience it. Without going into drama. We're not talking, oh yeah, it's the kid's fault, and they're blah blah blah, and it's Caroline's fault because she's not here, and it's like blah blah blah, drama, poor me. But kind of go beneath the emotion and stick with the sensation. For me, it was like it was an emotion that was sitting right here, sort of in my heart, and then kind of moved up towards my throat area and out to the sides a little bit, and that was like the physical sensation, and I tried to just stay with that and be like, all right, this might take all day, that's okay. I'm not like, there's nothing urgently that I really need to do. It's just this feeling of general, I need to work really hard, general feeling. It wasn't there was no one breathing down my neck. I had some people that I'd kind of like, maybe had a meeting in the afternoon, but it wasn't anything important really, or urgent. So I just stayed with it, and it took hours, and I did a little writing, but there was mostly not really any context on it. It wasn't like there was a story attached to it. I mean, there was stuff with the kids that had set it off, but it wasn't about that, right? You know what I'm saying? It was about something else, something from my past when I was a kid or whatever, and I really didn't need to know what specifically it was about. It was just like allowing that emotion, that sensation to be there. The way I look at it is that these emotions are like pieces of yourself, that are stuck inside of you, and say as a kid when you were 3 years old, something bad happened and you felt really sorry for yourself. And it wasn't allowed. So your parents were told you stop feeling sorry for yourself. That's not, we don't, that's disgusting. We don't like that. That's not okay. So that feeling is not okay. It wasn't being met. It wasn't allowed to be expressed at that time. And so now it's stuck somewhere inside of you. And when something externally happens, it's triggered and it comes back and it comes back up and it wants to be met now, like it wasn't like 30 years ago. It's asking to be met today. And if you keep doing what your parents did to you back then and hitting it over its head, then it's going to keep staying down there and sucking up energy and threaten to come out at the most inopportune moments. And it's I mean, you're wasting energy on it on a daily basis constantly. So instead what happens is that if you can be with that sensation, then you can meet that feeling, that emotion, that hurt child today, and as the grown-up person that you are today, you just care for that part of you that feels like that felt like that then, and that feels like this is still a part of you and feels like that today. And you don't need to do much. You just need to just be with it and allow it to be and allow it to take whatever time it needs to heal. And then I did that. I did that a couple times with different emotions, and just like maybe writing a little bit, journaling a little bit, maybe just sitting, maybe just lying down, relaxing, taking a nap, but all the while allowing it to be, allowing the sensation to be, allowing it to express itself and do whatever it wants to. And the magic was that it really healed. It really then it kind of, after several hours, I had to go do something, and it really genuinely felt like a load had been lightened, and that I was more free and able, and that part of me now had been healed and didn't need to express itself like that again. Maybe, I mean, probably will at some point, but it's different now, and it's deeper, and next time the healing can go deeper or whatever. I don't know. It definitely felt healing, and I've had that experience many times. I've just not been very good about doing it during workday and during the time that I was supposed to be doing stuff and working. I had plans, I had plans for that day. I knew exactly what I wanted to get done, but that wasn't how life turned out, and that wasn't what life wanted from me. And ultimately, my experience is that so many times what we really need to do, the thing that we really need to do in order to move to the next step, is not where we think it is. Like, we think, oh, I need to get this code done, or write this thing, or make this thing or product, or make money, or like do all this stuff. But really, maybe it's like healing something like that, from the past, and just taking a day out to really go into that and heal that and be with it with compassion, with love, with presence. Or maybe it is to deal with something in your intimate relationship with your wife, your spouse, your guy, husband, your partner. And deal with that issue, and you thought it was work. But in order to do the work that you need to do, you need to resolve this issue with your partner, right? And I think really, in so many ways, our lives are like that we think the answer is over here, but really it's somewhere over here where we're just not looking. So, yes, I think that's what I wanted to share today. Just give it a thought, and please throw a comment. I really enjoy. I was at Future of Web Apps a week ago, and Simon came up to me and said, I love watching these shows, and it means a lot to me to hear from you, listeners out there, so I don't feel all alone and stupid sitting here in my home recording myself speaking into an iPhone. Can feel kind of lonely and stupid. So please share in the comments, or by private email, or over Twitter, or whatever you feel like. Just say hi and say, this is interesting, or this sucked, or no, if it sucks, keep it to yourself. I don't need to know that. Anyway, holler, and take care, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely, wonderful day out there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.